Hey, America. I have to explain. John just did a video of himself after he did his 6-week workout, and he started it by saying, "Hey, America."
It was my first video. I didn't know what to say.
But that was the most awesome and then he took his shirt off. Should we plan on you taking your shirt off at any point during the course of this video?
No.
Okay. But you are going to eat.
I'm eating cookies because I'm done with that stupid workout.
And what happens on July 1st?
I start working out again. It's called Make Me Buff.
Also known as Make Me Barf.
Right. But we're here to talk about real estate, not Mark Fisher.
No, you've done enough commercials for Mark Fisher
I've done enough commercials for Mark Fisher Fitness.
And what real estate company do you work for?
Oh, I work for the Corcoran Group.
Yeah, the Corcoran Group. Fancy. I hear Corcoran Group and I hear fancy. You know why? Because
we're fancy.
She is always on the Today Show. Do you know her? The one who's always on the Today Show?
Barbara Corcoran?
Yes.
I don't know her personally, but she no longer owns the company. She sold the company.
Wow.
But let's talk about you and your real estate adventures.
Okay, we are back out in the beautiful, leafy Sunset Park.
Uh-huh. In my backyard.
Right. Today we brought...
Do you want a cookie?
Stop. 57,000 points. Today we brought Rob Meff, Charlotte Meff, Beatrix Meff, Mary Dave Vanover Wheatley, Gwendolyn Wheatley, Elizabeth Wheatley, Beatrix Jane Meff. We had quite a crowd walking in.
It was a big crowd.
It was a big crowd. We came in, John had made cookies, and the kids all ate them, and then promptly asked you for milk.
Milk.
Yep.
Where's the milk?
And that's if you give a moose a muffin. Have you ever seen that children's book? It's the same thing. Okay, so we're talking about real estate. We came out to look at a so beautiful rental.
Yes.
That is literally like 3 doors down from John.
Yes.
It's a
duplex.
You know what? If Jacob Brent doesn't show up, pretty soon you're going to be my new gay husband. Because I haven't seen him in forever. And probably if I move right down the whole place, what's going to happen?
Well, he told me he was moving. Leaving New York City.
He did?
Oh, I probably shouldn't say that. Sorry.
Why? Oh, because he got a job in Arizona?
No, he didn't get one.
Oh, he didn't?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. He may have.
Anyway, we got to get Jacob back to talk about it. I don't know. I haven't seen him in forever. But we're going to do...
Nothing was set in stone. He applied for a job out of the city.
He always says he's leaving. It's like, I'm always quitting the business.
Okay.
Oh my God, guess what happened?
You quit the business.
Wait. This is actually pretty good. Do you remember how the last time that we were going to meet and look at real estate...
You had an audition.
I had an audition for...
Spider-Man.
Wrong. Lifetime Television.
Right.
And I didn't want to go because I wanted to look at real estate more.
Yes.
And I literally told you I would cancel.
That's right. And I said, you can't. Oh, that's right. You were called. She was called in for a pilot on Lifetime. And I was like, you want to look at real estate instead of going in for a pilot? And I said,
and I did.
Sharon, I'm going to be the voice of Rob Meff right now. And she rolled her eyes over the phone. And I said, Sharon.
I said, I'm a bad actress.
There are 2 things you have to do. Quit Equinox.
I don't want to quit Equinox.
And go in for that job so you can afford real estate.
So, cut to. I thought that it was over, right? And I went, and then I got an email that I had a callback, so I went in for my callback on Friday.
Oh.
And I was sitting there with Mary Day, and 5 minutes before I had to go in, I said, I think we should leave. And she was like, why? And I said, because it's going to interfere with my vacation. I know. So, of course, I went in, and as my agent said, he said, Sharon, you do well in these auditions because you don't give a shit. And I was like, well, maybe that's it. But I went in, and so then I got an email that I was on the short list. Now I'm on hold, and I'm on the short list.
Naturally.
But I don't think it's a pilot. I don't know what it is exactly. I'll get back to you if I get it.
You could be the next Sutton Foster. Maybe it's Bunheads.
It's probably Bunheads on Lifetime. I don't know. I mean, I think they probably offered it to somebody else. And I don't know what's happening. You know what? Deal with it when the time comes. But we're trying to decide where we're going to live. Rob is still here. The kids are at the park.
Mm-hmm.
Rob is... Charlotte Meff is dinging me. Talk about what Rob Meff is doing.
Rob is taking a tour of my basement.
Can I just say, Charlotte just emailed me or texted me and said, ignore everything I just said. I was in a bad mood. But look how she spelled ignore. E-G-N-O-R-E.
And you're worried about schools for these people?
She's going to one of the best high schools in Manhattan.
She's going to one of the best high schools in Manhattan. Ignore. You know what? I blame the iPhone. I blame the iPhone.
Anyway, so we came out to look at this apartment, and because we've looked at a lot of things at this point.
Rob is down in the basement with Tim.
Oh, yeah.
Looking at a basement renovation. Hold on.
Which is really neat. They live in a beautiful house. So we went to Park Slope and went to Park Slope is a part of Brooklyn and it had a street fair today that has a fancy name, but it's just like every other street fair in all of New York City.
Mm-hmm.
And
what did I say? Fried dough and Gap belts.
Right. And I said incense and really corn on the cob on a grill.
Yeah.
So anyway, so we did that, and then we came to Sunset Park to look at this rental, which is absolutely beautiful. But again, we have a little bit of a school situation out here. It's not that different than what we have up in Washington Heights and Inwood in terms of we've got to figure out what we're doing. But this is cool because it's about, what do you think, 1,800 square feet?
16.
1,600 square feet.
Because I think it's about 800 per floor. Because I think the building is 20 by 40. Which would be 800 per floor, and it's two stories. It's a duplex,
and it's got exposed brick, and it's a duplex, and it's in a brownstone. I didn't tell you this. I sent pictures of it to my parents.
Oh yeah.
And they've already decided that we're moving in, but it may mean like Beatrix in a private school, or I don't know. And then what's the point of doing all of that? So we're really in a pickle about all of this. I'm not gonna lie. This real estate thing is no joke.
So here's what. No, yeah, it is no joke. It's hard.
There's Tim and Rob.
What
These cookies are delicious.
So really, what Sharon and her family needs to do, which I am not allowed to help them with, is they need to figure out where they want to send Beatrix to school.
Right.
They have to find whatever that list of schools is,
mm-hmm.
and then search for real estate that will satisfy that.
Wouldn't it be fun if I lived right down the street?
It would be a blast, even though
the kids loved it. Oh, and the thing that we didn't mention is it's got a backyard like this.
Yeah, it's got a backyard.
I mean, it doesn't look exactly like this, but it is beautiful. Well, it's a mess, but we would make it look really nice.
And a mean neighbor.
He was kind of a jerk.
But
anyway, polishing his motorcycle.
But we know why.
Right, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know. So, here's where we're leaving it. I leave June 30th, unless I become a lifetime television star. I leave June 30th to go on vacation to Quisisana. And then I go to Vermont with my whole family. Huh.
Back up.
What?
On vacation to where?
That's what everybody says. Quisisana.
Quisisana.
It's a resort in Maine. It's where Rob and I started dating.
Maine.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
I just watched an interesting program on television yesterday about how the states got their name, and they were talking all about Maine. Really? And the difference between southern Maine and northern Maine.
This is southwestern Maine, so not on the ocean. It's in the presidential mountains, and it's on a lake. Beautiful.
Do you know what people from Maine call people from Massachusetts?
Massholes.
Massholes.
I did know that. I've spent a lot of time in Maine.
All right.
Anyway, so that's sort of the story, and that it may be that we look at rentals. We think we've decided that we absolutely do not have enough upfront money to get to buy, and the reason is because you need a lot of cash.
20% down.
You need 20% down, or you have to pay mortgage insurance. But any way you slice it, it's a lot of money that you need, and we don't have it. So we're still looking at rentals, and we're going to just embrace it and say that's okay, and maybe we'll live in this beautiful place right here, and we'll do a little private school. Boy, Charlotte loved this apartment, though. As the kids went nuts. Of course, there's a backyard.
Charlotte loved it.
And I could get a dog.
Rob's really hard to get a read on.
Isn't he tough? I know. Try being married.
Let me tell you something about Rob Meff. He has
I'll tell you a thing or two about Rob Meff.
He has a good poker face, boy.
Except when he's playing poker.
Except when he's playing... Really?
No! I can read him like a book. I know what he's thinking. You know what it's.
Wait,
you know what's hard on him.
We're out of time. I ate 4 cookies.
You did. Rob always
Why
has
can't
to
I
be
find
the bad
a
cop. That's what I want to say about it. Rob always has to be the adult.
He's
has
hard
to
to read.
You know, he loved that place, but it's just what are we going to do with Beatrix?
Yeah.
And that's what's hard about it. But if we could figure out a school, we'd be there. That's what I can tell you. I know that's what he's thinking. So, anyway.
The search continues.
The search.
I just spit Cookie out.
And the next time you see you're going to be really buff.
I'll be buff.
You'll be buff. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, America.
Bye, America. I'll post his video because it's classic. It's fantastic.